Hello, friends. I hope you're very well and absolutely hassle free. Because life is full of hurdles and stumbling blocks. But on the flip side, there's a lot of happiness, love, achievements, all of that. And personally, I hold myself accountable for all of it that happens in my life. There is absolutely no self-blame because accountability and self-blame are very close cousins. With accountability, you just get stronger, you're more productive, you are empowering yourself, and with self-blame, it is defeating yourself. And I think that is not an option. So I hold myself accountable for everything that has happened in my life. But also, I think that every time I'm really down and out, I think there's somebody out there who's had it worse than me, who's going through something even worse than me. So what I do is I tend to forgive myself. I give a pat on my back to myself. I tell myself I'm a good person. And I think if you are going through a bad time, if you are facing really difficult times, be kind to yourself. That's what I have to, my advice to you. Because through it all, you build a solid platform where you can stand tall and be a positive influence for other people. And then you take positive steps in your own life to improve your life. And, and you just have to be strong because life is so much easier if you are strong. I always think that the night is really dark. It's darker just before the dawn. And when you think your problems can't get any worse, it shouldn't get any worse, there's suddenly light at the end of the tunnel. And you are clearer in your head and you know that you can move on with some kind of positivity in your life. Yeah. You need to see life with from different perspectives when something really bad is happening. When something really good is happening, one really doesn't even pay any attention. We just, the feel-good factor is there and we just go on with life, yeah? And all the feel-good factors are all when you absolutely love somebody, you love your family, and you get all that love back in abundance, unconditional love. When you trust people and that person holds and appreciates your trust and repays it by being worth it. All of that. And your achievements are only your own hard work, nothing else. It's just hard work from your side, yeah? But the bad things that happen, the hurdles that you have to cross, all of that, we need to look at it from a different perspective. It's like holding an empty frame up and you look through it and everything is bleak and not happening. And then you move the frame a little bit and there's greenery and it's beautiful. You move it a little bit further and it's just amazing sunshine and fabulous. Then you move it back to the initial frame. It's bleak and dark. So everything, you take the frame off and everything is right there in front of you. So you need to look at your problems, I think. That's how I've lived my life and faced my issues. I look at it from different perspectives, right? I remember seeing a video, hearing somebody talk about how you go into a really dark space or a dark room and you've got just a torchlight and you are shining it. So wherever you shine is what you see. And what you think that this is what I'm seeing. And this is what is there. You put the torch in front of you and there's a huge tree and you're like, oh my God, there's this huge tree. And then on the side you see one plant and you say, am I in a garden or what is it, And then somebody just switches on the light and it is just magical that everything just comes to life in front of you. It's just amazing. You look around and you see the butterflies, you see the birds, and you're not in a small patch of land. You're in this huge open out space with all these beautiful creatures and plants and trees and berries and everything else. It's what you know, when you are looking at life in a very like a blinded version, then you see only things that you want to see. You forget all the things that are around you, which you can appreciate and love and admire and just be in wonderment and say, oh my God, this is amazing. I think all this kind of what it does is when you start looking at life from a different perspective, it calms you down. It makes you understand that you are not, what you see is not what is happening. You need to see it from different perspectives. Don't be an ostrich and just, put your head under and forget and just think that nothing is happening around you, because whatever you're hiding and putting away under that sand is going to come back someday and haunt you. At some point, it's going to come back. So we have to be like, there are different people who handle things differently. I talk to you all. I meditate a bit. I pray a lot. And talk to your loved ones. Find a way out to let that, whatever you need, whatever is going through your head or whatever, don't just be closed up and behind closed doors. That is just getting you more down. So you need to just let it out and just try to get positivity from somewhere or the other, So I'm talking about this because, I've had my share of really, really tough times, yeah? And I think it's what's made me stronger. It's made me grow into understanding and believing where I stand in my life. And I think my biggest mistake is that I trust open-heartedly. And I don't listen to what other people say. When somebody says, oh, that person is like that, I'm like, listen, they've always been nice to me, so I'm just going to take everything at face value. And till the person turns around and stabs you in the back. So there was somebody who wrote in and told me what a tough time she was having. Yeah? And I said, oh, I've been through really tough times myself. She said, yeah, I know, ma'am. So I explained whatever I've spoken to you today. I spoke to her, and she was like, ma'am, can you just make a video on this, please? Because there's so many people who are going through bad times, and they wonder how to get out of it. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel? How have you dealt with all these adversities that have happened in your life? It's just happened over and over again. More than a lifetime of misery. But then the lifetime of happiness is also there. So which is heavier and higher and stronger in your life? And I would always give more marks and points to the happiness in my life, because I count every single blessing in my life. So the people that you trust, if they turn around and they show a different side to you, you just have to deal with it. Look at it. Of course, I hold myself accountable for not looking into every detail and all of that. I do not blame myself. I do not. So all these things that I have told you is just points in my life that I have I've gone through a lot, and that makes me stronger. And I'm the sort of person who stands up for myself, stands up for the girl child, will not tolerate child abuse. I'm very empathetic and sympathetic to people suffering from cancer. There are a lot of aspects of me that I speak about all the time to you. And trust me, when I speak out loud, it makes my heart lighter and makes me smile. I'm a much happier person that I have all of you that I can speak to, you know. Um, yeah. So as tough as life can get you, you know, you are even tougher. So rise above it and build that platform where you can stand and get empowered and go forth with life, smiling and happy and being kind to yourself. So that's what I have to say today. Just be kind to yourself, open-hearted and open-minded. So you all take good care of yourself. I hope you're not going through a really bad time. And if you are, fight it, overcome it. Bye-bye. You take care.